went with me. Ngathola bayenza amakaka omarebidi namachilisi bathi mina nginedlozi elibi elinezinyoka ngifanele balikhipha leli dlozi. And that was the last time I saw them. More here, you are so evil. You killed one of us here. I remember meeting this Tsonga Mkulu. He was wearing a red coat. He was like, abantu bathi bafuna lesipho sakho lesi. Ngithi hayibo, kanjani manje? Athi hayibo lesipho sakho bathi sihle kakhulu. I was like, hayibo, don't they have the gift themselves that their ancestors have given them?
So you read with cards?
I read with cards. My cards, they prophesy like no one's business. When they say someone is praising themselves,
yeah,
I vouch for this card. I remember I was charging 10 rand, but in a month I could make 10,000 rand.
From the 10 rands?
From the 10 rands. Because people, when I'm on TikTok, I'm reading someone is calling on the side. When
Sanbonani, thank you very much for joining us. This is Echo Point TV, The Call. My name is Tubelihle Wagwadunga, and today I am joined by our lovely guest, a spiritual queen. She goes by that name, and that is how we're going to refer to her. Sawubona sis.
Ninja.
Siyaphila njani?
Oh, naridzuhi.
Nitsukilele rona. Well, spiritual queen prefers ukuluma in her language, so I'm gonna try kire kuti nyana somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, welcome. Please tell us who you are and where you're from and ukuthi usebenza ngani sis.
Thank you for having me. Spiritual queen, she's more into water.
Okay.
Even though there will be that there are amatlozi besebenza simithi, but amatlozi wamanzi are overpowerisha la amanye ase imithi ngoba amanye amatlozi wami abafuni ngisebenzisa imithi. Spiritual queen, I was born in Limpopo Elim Hospital. I was born in Hamudi Mapfananane, and I finished my matric in 2010 to further my studies in college in Pretoria 2011, and I hold my BCom degree to sit for 5 years holding a degree, not getting a job because of the same gift that make me to be a spiritual queen. The name just came to my mind, and I was just I was not even posting my face because I've been on TikTok from 2021. I was not even posting my face. I just used to post things, repost things, but later on, that's when I started posting my things and people started loving me. My following started growing, and more the rods that I use, I also use rods, check people if they're resting in peace or not, and my content of water, I guess more people started following.
So if ke understand handle ore o sebetsa ka metsi.
Yes.
Okay. So you are more like a sangoma or ngoma or what?
I'm more like a ma bishop or mam sebeletsi.
Okay. So usebetsa ka metsi strictly.
Ke sebetsa ka metsi strictly.
Okay. And you are from Pretoria.
Ditlhare tse ke di tshwarang ke ditlhare tsa di third eye opener le ditlhare tsa seipone ke tsona ditlhare tse ke di tshwarang.
Hey, what is deep? So I need you to just tell us handle gore when I as a spiritual queen, this is a gift that you got mhlambe go from your parents, or maybe it's something that you felt you need to do. And when did you start doing this? And like, when did you accept the calling?
I accepted my calling in 2021. My mom was gifted, but she didn't understand anything about this thing. She passed away also 2021. And then it's like the more immediately when she left, it's like my gift started now.
Okay.
Iphakama manje, the way bebotla ngakhona mashona, kwaqala mina ukubotla manje ngamukele isipho sami. When we look back, my mom's people, they come from Lesotho. Her dad's people, they came here, married the Venda women, and then went on and on. But her mother okay. And the gift was with my mom, but it's coming from back there. Ukhokho wami wenza izinto zakhe from my mom's father's side, eLesotho. So yeah.
So umama bega uyenza lo msebenzi.
Bengawenzi, she passed away also starting to take the journey.
And your father's side?
My father's side, my father's grandfather, he was a healer using bones and also using herbs.
So Nje, you are just surrounded by these people and you just had to take this gift now.
Yes.
So you go in the water and you pray for people, or what do you do? How does it work?
We start by the mountain. When we go to the mountain have a cave, and then we pray for people. I find people vomiting things in there. I believe I have a deliverance gift because I'll start praying for people. Amatlozi avuke akhulume, amatlozi avuke azikhulumele izinto zakho, and then masiqata lapho siyahamba siya emanzini. I use a dam because that's where I connect more nomndawo wami lapho kunomhlanga. And then we get in there also, we pray. We start by partnering, offer the coins and fruits to umndawo wethu. Ngoba mina umndawo wethu mina ngiwunikeza mina wami umndawo. Ngiwunikeza ama-fruits nama-coin. Umndawo wami angibulali ilwane. Ngiwunikeza ngoba le mindawo ayifani, wami umndawo uyathandaza.
Oh, okay.
Wami umndawo akusulo bathi hey umndawo uyaparula wenzani. Mina mine it's more like a blue and white injeti, the blue and white uniform is postola.
So I hear you're calling yourself a bishop. How do you get that? Isn't it a bishop umuntu or hola ibandla or something?
I do have a calling. I would go into the mountain and I will meet people, be like, oh, where is your church? And the more it comes to me and knock that I really have to open a church. But with my situation, the way we were removed from my mom's house, I ended up not having a place where I will say I will open a church. I'm like, Amatlozi and God, they see that. It means when the time is right, they will give me a place if we don't get that back, where I will be able to open a church, because it is one of my gifts also to uba nebandla ngideliverisha abantu ngithandazela abantu ngoba izandla zami izokuthandazela abantu ngipholisa abantu.
It seems like there's a lot happening in this person. So if you're ungayi emanzini uyokhulekela abantu emanzini, what else are you doing? Like ekhaya, what other services do you give?
Most of the time I'm doing online consultation. I read people all over the world. When I'm sitting, I just get messages from all over. Most of the people, they find me on TikTok because I have like a huge following. So my ancestors, they make sure that weekly, if I jump a week, I'm always at the mountains.
Okay. Let's just take it back in Nanje. Growing up, how was your growing up and how did you, well, I understand Ugutu when Umama passed away and big up Bodla in a certain way. And when she passed away, now you ended up doing the same thing that she used to do. But growing up, did you know, or were there signs, Uguti, you're gonna have this kind of calling or you have this gift and fanelus we landed?
At 4 or 5 years, my aunt, she make fun of it. Athi bengithandaza kube kunomunye ubhuti asebenza ngecamera athi the way ngithandazela lo bhuti, I used to pray for him that Lord, I pray for him that he be able to build a house one day. I pray for Mfundisi. She said it was like a joke when you were growing up. We didn't know that this thing is real. And we were at the Dutch church and then it moved because we used to go to like a certain high school that I went to. And then we used to do our services there. And then after that, it moved to a next door village where they have like a church, a Dutch church. And then I went to Abazalwane churches. One thing Abazalwane they will teach you is prayer and fasting. Because even in my metric days, I was fasting. So the gift was always there, but it was not really showing itself. I did my grade 7. I was 12 years old. I remember I used to dream scary things. And I didn't know who to tell. In my mind, I was like, how can I switch off these dreams because they are very scary? And I was not spiritually woken up. I didn't understand anything, but I just knew there's lots of healers in my mom's side, but I'd never thought I have anything to do with Amatlozi.
Gift, yeah. And then when you started accepting, then what was happening? Like, what was the journey? You accepting Uguti unalesi polesi, what did you do? Ubano like angazi bathi bayavusa or something. Ubano wayebhoboza lento le ukuthi uqale manje usebenze.
I met this other lady on TikTok and I was like, you know what? Ngiphupha amanzi. Me and my younger brother, I dream us going to this waterfall. And she took me to a river and she didn't take me to a waterfall. The second time, I remember I was like, I'm with my granny. She visited me. She kept on saying, I'll funu sizo wena. And he already invited this other man who I remember one day stopped my life. They were telling me the way I'm so powerful. At that time, I'm still young, spiritual. I'm not woken up. I don't understand anything. And when I get there to to the mountain where they they went with me. Ngathola bayenza amakaka wamarebidi namachilisi bathi mina nginedlozi elibi elinezinyoka ngifanele balikhipha leli dlozi. And that was the last time I saw them because they were planning that the second guy will make teas for me. And I believe those things were poisoned so that ntombazana lo kokolo angithwasise kahle kahle. That was their plan. Because when I look at amathwasa wakhe abantwana abancane base high school ngihlangana nabamamolo basagqoke uniform. Hayibo. Kanti labantwana basagqoka ama uniform abantwana besikolo. They were even planning to take me Limpopo, leaving all the rivers around Gauteng to take me to Ngeza lo mkhulu lo wenyoka. And I don't dream such things. So it was like a shock being young, spiritually not understanding. So I told myself, I don't believe anyone in this journey. I'm going to start going to the mountains alone.
Yeah.
And I started going and it was very scary. And the complexion was so dark because bangifutisa la makaka ibangathi bangithela isinyama iba yisicitho hayi ngageza ngaqala ukuzihambela intaba ngingazi nokuthi ngenzani isipho sona kanti siyakhula because I used to dream back in 2016-17 being at abazalwane churches. I used to dream being at school every day. It was a dream that ended up being like an irritation now because I'm like I hold a degree, a BCom degree. Why am I dreaming being at school every day? I'm dreaming being at school every day. I started walking this journey. I remember in 2022 October, the mountain, the Moretili mountain that I used to go to, it was closed because some people killed someone there. The community said, we don't want you spiritual people anymore here. You are so evil. You killed one of us here. I remember meeting this Tsonga Mkulu. He was wearing a red coat. He was like, abantu bathi bafuna lesipho sakho lesi. Ngithi hayibo, kanjani manje? Athi hayibo lesipho sakho bathi sihle kakhulu. I was like, hayibo, don't they have the gift themselves that their ancestors have given them? So I continued walking this journey and people started coming to me and saying, Stelo Skeze, can you please cleanse us? I'm like, no, I've not been given. And my ancestors started giving me cards. It was like a crazy vision because now they're giving me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And those are my bones. And I started reading people. People were like, wow.
Yeah, but
Everything you're saying, it's right. And I wrote those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards with ballpoint. And I started with one deck. Now I have like 8 decks of different cards.
Bible. So you read with cards.
I read with cards. My cards, they prophesy like no one's business. When they say someone is praising themselves,
Yeah.
I vouch for these cards because I read something. I remember even on Monday, I was cleansing people. I got a testimony, someone saying, you know what, you read me on 8 October. Now my husband deal with diesel. He's going to the CAF. The trip you saw, we've been awarded free tickets. We're going to the CAF in Morocco. That's the trip that you saw on the 8th of October.
That's how powerful the reading
It's like
is.
immediately when I read someone, I'm releasing for that thing to happen. Because even the bad and the good, I remember reading someone and saying, I see lots of money in 2022 and she won 200K. At the casino, she won million something. I remember her sending me 10,000 rand. She's like, it's for cold drink.
Hey, but
The money that you saw, you said you don't know where it's coming from. You don't want to lie, but you see lots of money. I went to the casino and I won all this money.
Hey, guys, Spiritual Queen has a lot to say and very interesting things. And don't forget, guys, we are still tuned in with us, Echo Point TV. We are live from YouTube. And my name is Tubeli Dunga. We still want to find out more. I mean, there's a lot that she's saying. I feel good. Hey, yes, in the listeners will have so many comments and will have so many questions too. So, awuthwasanga?
Not at all.
Young.
I was taken to the river once by a very evil person who saw the bigger picture or the bigger gift that I didn't know anything at the time because I was still young. I was not woken up. I just needed help so that I can stop having all these panic attacks because I was suffering from panic attacks. It's one of the sicknesses that amatlos were giving me for me to take the gift because I was already thin to a point where the wind will just blow me.
So just praying when uphuma kwakho uyehlane nje uyokhuleka.
I was like sitting at the mountains and I'll go to the cave, I'll go to the water. I remember one day I throw this foreign coin. I inherited lots of foreign coins and this coin looked like Asian coin and it was written in Asian language. I threw it in that Moretili river and when I was sleeping, I dreamt like I was seeing like a casino. The money was in foreign currency. And that's when they started giving me cards. I remember I was charging 10 rand, but in a month I could make 10,000 rand.
From the 10 rands.
From the 10 rands. Because people, when I'm on TikTok, I'm reading someone is calling on the side. When I drop the other call, I'm taking the other call to a point where some were not putting 10 rand, they will put 20 rand. My airtime were like over 500 because some of them were putting airtime now. It was crazy. Like I've been busy from day one. Amadlozi wami anemali. Amadlozi wasemanzini anemali. If we wasebenzela abantu bazothuthuthwele at the end because idlozi lasemanzini liyavula molisebenzela.
Bengifuna ukusho kanjalo ngithi ngiyalapho ukuthi manje abathi uthwele because I mean all these amazing things that are happening it's like that's why abantu bafuna ukulwa abalwisa lesipho nazo
lesi ngingazi bafunani kahle kahle.
You understand that? So obviously they say uthwele.
And my gift is very different. I started using rods, the whole TikTok copied. I started using cards. Every sangoma, every healer was now using cards.
Yeah, no. It's a lot. I did say ukuthi kuningi and nami ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi lama rods lawa lama cards what do they have on them? You said you wrote in a ball pen and what did you write? Is it a message ephuma from your ancestors or what?
They relate to more like the ones that people buy on Take-A-Lot and wherever. Yes.
The spiritual cards.
Yes, they're more like bones. They literally read everybody around you, your partner, your friends, your families, your enemies. They warn you, they guide you, and at the same time, it's direct prophecy. It's like when I throw them, it's the spirit is speaking more behind than what the cards are saying. It's a direct prophecy, my cards, because immediately when I read them, I'll be picking up your uncle that is sitting at the hospital. I'll be picking up your mother that is at home. They literally read everybody around you. You find people who say, I want you to read my whole family. I'm like, I can use your name. It will be able to pick up everybody that is around you.
Okay, so they like tell a story about you or something.
And so we have cards that pick up your past, your present, your future. We have those that are only for spiritual people, where I'm able to even pick up your granny that passed away long time ago. And what is she using? And be able to pick up your mkulu through the cards. As much as someone can throw stones, cowrie shells, bones, my cards do that.
Okay. Ukhulume futhi ngesipili. Awusichazele nje indaba yesipili isebenza kanjani?
When it comes to mirrors, it's more like there's lots of secrecy. As you hear, abantu bathi ebukhosini, hayi ngathi there's lots of secrets. Why are they doing that? Because our mirrors are not the same. I would get a call, someone saying, I'm from Venda. I went to a mirror consultation. I couldn't see. I'm like, I also had people who come to my mirror and they couldn't see. I remember I have like family that come from Northern Cape. They drove 16 hours to come to me, 8 in, 8 out. And the 3 sisters, only one could see. She will see straight 2 hours to a point where she will see my coco. She will see my aunt's brother that I see someone in your family who were a cab and I see them being knocked by a car. She will see her friends that will get an accident. When she called the friend in the morning, she's like, already it happened in the early hours. That's how deep she could see. So when it comes to mirror, not everybody get to see. There will be someone who come and sit for 5 hours and not see anything. Abanye abantu bayabavuleli mirror, abanye bona ababoni lutho. That's why I will.
Isebenza kanjani mirror? Like uya kuwe and then ufike ungibonisa mirror and then consulting nje izinto zami zizovela lapha, or is there anything that maybe mhlambe ngifanele ngiphuze, or like isebenza kanjani?
Our mirrors are not the same. I do have a herb that my ancestors have given me. As I say, Dr. Ngsebenzi ngemiti, but ye mirror na yokuvula my third eye they have given me. It's herbs that I use, not hectic herbs of bring back the lover or what has bulelos ban. Normally it's those herbs where people are able to see the other side of the world. When you come to my mirror, it's like you are half on the other side of the world, you are half in this other side of the world. You do have something that you drink, but our mirrors are not the same. There are mirrors where it's like a dark cave. That's mine. Where you hear someone saying, Coco, I see a TV now. I'm like, that's my mirror. There are mirrors where it's like a cloth, red or white. And there are mirrors that are like the normal bathroom mirror. So our mirrors are not the same, but it's not everybody that see on the mirror.
So you do work with the mirrors?
Yes, I do work with the mirror, but for now I've taken a break because the house was always full of people, and it get to a point where people bahlanza idliso manje kuyahlangahlangana kuyahlanzwa lapho. I'm always up and down to a point where I can't read people now, I can't cleanse people now. All my hours are taken by the mirror people. So ngicela amadlozi ngithi ngiyacela angiyeki lo msebenzi lona, mara ngicela ukuthi nibe ngisenibambele ngisengisiza abantu ngaloko kunye, because the mirror I was always drained.
Yeah, it's draining. Yeah. So like I need to understand ukuthi the way usebenza ngakhona uyatrustisa abanye abantu, like do you have aba like amatrasana that come to you and ba practice whatever that they have, or ubasize nabo ukuthi ukhuphule labo idlozi?
I will never teach anyone cards. I always say, my brother, he have like a young 3 years old. I always say, lo mntana bangibonisa yana before aza kulo mhlaba. I can only teach him. My ancestors are very jealous with the gift, but you will be shocked that 98% of the people that I cleanse are spiritual gifted. On Saturday, I was cleansing 4 people. The other one I've known her from 2022, even April, I was cleansing her. But the 3 people, it was first time for them to enter a cave. It was their first time to enter the water. So I get lots of people that their ancestors and my ancestors, they trust for me to guide them. Angipasisi but nginabantu laba ngibagayitayo ngibakhombisa indlela yethu intaba ama-cave namanzi. Yiyo ndlela yethu leyo. Angithwasisi mara I do guide people because I find that 90% of the people that I take to the waters are spiritual gifted. Some they've went somewhere else. Some base bathwasile futhi but kuya akulungi lutho base babuya kimi futhi bazoqala phansi. Sihambele ndlela yentaba nani ukuthi umoya khona ukuvuleka, ngoba umoya uvulwe ngumuntu, umoya uyavuleka wona uhamba lendlela umuntu athandaza, then ithunywa zakhe zikhona ukuphakama.
So wena nezangoma or amangoma niyafana, nenza umsebenzi ofanayo?
Asiyenza umsebenzi ofanayo ngoba bona basebenzisa amathambo, abanye ama-cowrie shells, and bona basebenza ngemithi. Mina nginamuthi, mina nginandumba.
Awunandumba.
Siyagqoka amalapi afanayo ngoba lesipho lesi ngisithola kumuntu oshonile, idlozi loyo muntu nabo banamadlozi, mara umsebenzi wethu awufani. Ube ngathi uyafananyana mara awufani umsebenzi wethu ngoba nabo bayaya emanzini, bayaya ezintabeni, mara mina nginamuthi, angina ishelf yomuthi, mina ngisebenza ngamanzi.
Mawukhuluma ngama-caves, asike sithi kancane. Ngiyakhumbula there was some time kunesonto bathi umfundisi wakhona uhambile waye lapho uyohlala sometime kwenziwani ema-cavesini mawusuka kunaleyo nto lenjalo, or is there something like that ukuthi umuntu uya ema-cavesini ayohlala? Iyaphuma indayelo bakubonise ukuthi ufanele ulale entabeni 3 days, ufanele ulale ama-cavini 3 days. It's a very scary place, but this gift I've accepted it with my heart to a point where I'm not scared of anything. Ngibelieve ukuthi nabo bahamba nami banginikeza amandla ngoba it's very dark in the caves. The only light it's candles that you use, because we use candles to pray. And when we get there, we pray. At the caves, the normal thing that we do, we pray. Yes, sometimes you will get very upset that people are pouring emitombo dinani uyangena lapho. We're literally crawling. I always say that you need to humble yourself in this journey, because when you get out of the cave, you look like a hobo. You are so dirty. You were crawling in there. I get very upset when I get people pouring alcohol and everything, because you find that all your clothes now says in I don't mind when it's like mud. When it rained, the water goes in, but when like someone is pouring alcohol, you get out of there smelling somehow now. And when I was sebenzisi,
we do use alcohol when I mostly pour in the water.
Okay.
So
mawusuka uhlele ema-caves, how long do you go there?
We don't eat anything. Mostly when I take people, we go in the morning and we'll take like an hour praying in there. We sing, we pray, we blow the whistles. Normally it's just praying and singing when we're in there. Yeah, sometimes we'll just sprinkle a little bit of snuff, talk to our people, and I teach them how to do it, because most of the time it's people that don't know this journey. They've never been in a cave. They've never been entabeni. Masiphuma lapho siyahamba siye emanzini. I normally use a dam enomhlanga, and then masifika lapho siyaphahla. Singena emanzini siyathandaza. To a point where when mawuthandaza ubona isipuku siphuma sigijima kumuntu. That's why I say I do have a deliverance gift, to a point where umuntu usokoliswa spiritual husband, umsebenzi akawutholi, mahamba kuwe 2-3 weeks usothola umsebenzi akasaphupha lezi zinto lezi, to show that you have delivered them in the water.
So ipuko lezi mani zibona zigijima uyaseka nje sihambe.
Yeah, uyasiyeka sihambe. That's why mawufika emanzini ufanele ukuthi ukhulume ukuthi ubiza amadlozi kanjani, ubiza imimoya eminjani, ngoba abantu bayathwala nalapho emanzini, abantu bayathwala nalapho in the seas, in the ocean, because when you get there you need to specify what kind of spirit are you offering the coins to, because ungahamba uthi uyogeza ubuye nomuntu aseyahlanya manje ngoba uhambile wayothatha lezi zinto abantu bazilahlayo. So you have to be specific ukuthi ubiza bani mawufika lapha yana emanzini.
So isonto uyaye esontweni?
Esontweni angiyi esontweni ngoba whenever I go to a church, it's more like I'm very disrespectful. Ibangathi lezi thunywa ngihamba nazo sifuna ukulawula, or mhlambe ziba ngathi we are on the same level with that bishop. So I have been to Christian churches to a point where I've encountered lots of false prophets, to a point where I was like, manje ngisihlalele phansi, manje yami blue and white. In my church, everybody will be allowed to wear whatever their ancestors have given them. Shaya isigubhu, amadlozi ayavuka lapho siyathandaza. But I'm not attending any church right now.
Mawuthi bathi uyazilawula or uyathukana. Usuka kwenzakalani?
Sometimes I just stand up and go when the pastor is preaching, because ithunywa sami sithi hamba la. Sometimes the people will not even like me. Thina naturally abantu bamadlozi abantu abasifuni nje. Ungageza unuke kahle wenzeni, but le mimoya ohamba nayo ikwenza abantu bakuzonde nje out of nowhere. You get into a checker store now and you're asking where is this other biscuits, and umuntu akuphendule ngenye indlela ngoba nje unamadlozi.
Hayibo.
Uhamba irritate abantu endleleni nje bangakwazi.
So awuyikhulekisi lento ukuthi at least ithi ukuthi kancane mhlawumbe?
Ayikho ukuthi uzoyikhulekisa lento le. That's why nobungani bethu bungalast. That's why singana abangani kule ndlela you have to have a sisterhood, not umngani, ngoba amadlozi wethu abayifuni lento yabangani. Akunasikhathi somngani kule ndlela. You can have a sister in spirit, but umngani never, because umngani ngeke ulast nje. And mina vele ngikublog nje ngoba I don't like my confrontation. Kuba nabantu ngibasizayo angidelele nayo ngiblock nje, abuye ngamanye amanamba ngiblock nje ngoba I don't like ama confrontation. Knowing this person, I've been helping them for 2 years, but now they are being disrespectful, knowing very well they need spiritual help from me. So mina, I'm a queen. You need to respect me. I block.
Yeah, you just block nje.
Yeah, lesipho lesi bangiphile and umuntu ngeke angisebenzise njengesipho sami, ngiyablock.
Yeah, no, it's really a lot. Hey, Mara, I wish ukuthi mhlambe angazi maybe understanding yami encane or kanjani, but I seem to be stuck ukuthi as a spiritual queen usebenza ngamanzi, you do the readings, you uyenza isipili
nama rods
yini
the dowsing rods. It's like some copper rods. I thought I said I'll bring them. I forgot, because we become blank sometimes with spiritual people.
Minimal rods. I'm thinking in Dambules.
Do you see the rods, the copper rods that people used to look for water on the grounds with?
Okay, yeah.
That's the rods that I use when I'm checking if your great grandma is resting in peace or not.
Yes, so it's magnets
or
something. Oh,
those are the rods that I use.
Those are the rods.
Yes.
Okay. So, ekhaya nje, how is it? How did they take this, and how are they like supporting you through this journey? And nokuthi mhlambe uletha abantu uzosebenzela abantu la uhlala khona. How is the family taking it?
My granny at first, she's like, oh Lord, lo msebenzi umningi, but at least wena awuyenzi so. She's like talking about bones. She's like, that's the most painful job ever. She's like, yo, labantu laba bayahlupha. She says she remember her mom used to dance like the traditional, but she was not a healer, but she used to dance whenever, and her dad will come back and they will dance. She's like, this is the most painful journey ever. It's like an abuse, but she ended up admitting and accepting me the way I am. And whenever I say I'm tired, she's like, please keep pushing, help them. This is your bread, because you know you will never work a certain company. You sat for 5 years holding a degree, not getting a job. Can you please keep pushing? She's the one now encouraging me to keep on going.
So, hey, being ngizokubuza ukuthi your mother's side and your father's side, they both had this gift and abazange baqhubeke ngayo. Or whatever that
No,
happened.
my dad's grandfather, he was helping people until he passed away. There are also in my father's side people who have a gift. I'm just not sure if the basaqhubeka ngalo mkhulu na. But on my mother's side, there's lots of gift. Our son name is Ralebona, back tracing it to Lesotho, where we do have like our own village there in Lesotho. That's my mom's dad's people. And the Ralebona, it means we see you. So most of them, they do have this gift of seeing people, of seeing things as their surname.
Okay. Yeah, what I wanted to ask is because angithi abantu mawunedlozi, it's from either your mother's side, ugogo wakho, or in. So when uhamba nabo boyithu, or is it your mother's side only that's powerful?
Ngihamba nabo boyithu, umkhulu usamile ukungikhombisa imithi, and mawukhombiswa imithi, you have to wake up and pass about it and ask what kind of herb is this? Am I using the leaves or the roots? And ngibona ngathi umkhulu uzingalele nje but he protect me like no one's business, as much as I'm not doing his job, but he's one of the angels that protect me as much as ngisebenzisa wagabo mama bamanzi. Even though I would walk around and you hear people saying that your gogo also bezifihla benamathambo gogo wakho yayazi lento leyo. Mina the way ngithanda ngakhona angangikhombisi lezi zinto lezo ungiyekela ngisebenze ngamanzi. I would meet someone on the street, they be like, we're so jealous the way this granny love you.
Yeah.
She spoil you too much.
Hey,
she love you too much because she just gave you the mirror and she's busy with the cards and she's busy with the water, but the bone side, as much as she was hiding it, she don't even uyakuyekela the way akuthanda ngakhona uziyenzele wena the way you're comfortable, because she don't even want you to go to the herbs ngosoqoqedelela mawusawuthakatha abantu. Kunomunye umprofeta ngihambile ngiye esontweni la kamamkhulu athi wena ngikubona ufana he made an example with one of the someone who's on TV now, and this person is very well known ukuthi yena uthi uyathakatha athi ngubona unendumba ezincane uthakatha ngithi hayibo, I would give my last 100 rand, I will never twala mina for money. So this is completely not me. The way he's saying it.
Yeah, no, I yeah, it's a lot, but I think uku-understanda kahle ukuthi mhlambe umsebenzi ayifani njengoba wena usebenza ngamanzi ukhuleka, mhlambe ugogo is protecting you from something for not giving you the bones. Or mhlambe umsebenzi ayifani vele yamathambo neyamana. Is it like mawuweya nje, is it better to be using the water or amathambo?
Amanzi anemali as much as nama-bones nawo anemali. So iya ngomuntu namadlozi wakhe. So mina the water part is more powerful than the other. As much as umkhulu angikhombisa imithi yakhe ngingayilandeli, but he still protect me because I see him fighting for me in my visions.
So would you rather be using zonke lezinto namathambo and or you are okay with
the way I'm doing? I'm okay. I don't want to ngihambe kuyogubhana nemithi because it will be a completely new thing. The way ngisebenza ngakhona, I'm so used to go to the waters now. It's more like a normal thing for me. It's not a torture because I've accepted this gift with my heart and my heart smile when I see people saying, you know what, ungezile izinto zami ziyahamba ngisengibona ngihlale phansi manje dala ngifanele ngiye emanzini manje ngiye emanzini izinto zami sisezivulekile. So I get joy from that.
So you also get testimonies vela abantu babuya bathi, you know what, yes, I know you spoke about the cards thingy and the person getting money and stuff, but do you also get testimonies for people mhlambe bebagula baye emanzini and baphola?
A lot.
A lot, ne?
Because I will take someone who was struggling to get a job, uhlukumezwa yinto nje ibhizi naye ebusuku, like a spiritual partner, and then athi hayibo lento le izile yavalelisa azange isaphinda isabuya futhi.
So you also said you've got a degree or a diploma and uyowahlala 5 years ungasebenzi. Is that working out now? Did you get a job or you are just focusing on your gift and things are okay now? You don't even mind not working.
It's a BCom degree in marketing. I don't even mind getting a job because my ancestors, they make sure they give me an income that is more like I'm going to work. I don't see myself working. Even if I apply, it's like my CVs, it's like they're invincible because my job,
You already have a job.
angilaleli mina ngifanele bangilalele mina. So
That's what-
kuzoba nzima ukuthi ngisebenzele omunye umuntu
Yeah.
uzoqedelela naye athi mina ngiyadelela ngijobolo ngi so my ancestors, the way they love me so much, they spoil me and they allow me to work on my pace and doing their job.
So the chobolo thing comes from you being this bishop, this and like you are high that way. You can't. Angeke uthobele omunye umuntu.
Yes, the problem is I'm a straight talker. I don't beat around the bushes. So people find it being a chobolo because I don't take nonsense. I say it the way it is. I was with a gogo that was cleansing and she was telling me the way this vendor healer, it's a prophet, and she say I was sleeping there with him. I don't know if she was scared to go deeper what really happened, and she was like, this man took my hand and to touch his whatever, and I was shocked. I'm like, I'm so disappointed in him. I do see him on TikTok and this is so disappointing. So I made a video saying, you know what, mina ngibengizomshaya ngemvubu ngimlahlele lapha kumbawula ache strong ache ngoba this thing of abusing women who come for spiritual help. So people find it very too sharp for me to say my truth.
Yeah.
Because I was going to beat him up indeed. I was going to really beat him up if I really find him face to face for abusing women that come looking for spiritual help and he do the other thing. Because mina ngiyabasiza abantu, mina isipho sami siyalapha siyapholisa, lezi zinto lezi baziyenzayo angizazi.
So yiyo lento le abathi uyitshobolo or
being a straight talker. Yes.
So you talk about TikTok a lot. What do you do on TikTok?
TikTok, I post mostly my water journey and I do lots of talking. I do lots of encouragement. I post also the videos where I pick up someone's comments on the video, and then someone is asking, I lost a baby. The baby was just 2 months. Can you please check if there was any foul play? And then I will use the rods for yes and no. And I will also check if the baby is resting in peace or not. Those are the most videos that I post.
Okay. Hi, no, guys, we are still tuned in on Echo Point TV, and this is The Call. Sihleli no sisi wethu spiritual queen. She says yena uthi abantu bathi uyadelela kepha akadeleli. She's just straight to the point, and she has a lot. She's been through a lot in her life, and she has accepted this journey. Uthi yena she doesn't even feel ukuthi udinga ukuyosebenza because her ancestors bamtreata njengeqanda. They make sure ukuthi she has everything ayidingayo, so she doesn't see a need of going out there ayosebenza, which is very good because last time I did say ukuthi bathi uyenza kahle ulandela amadlozi wakho izinto zakho ziyakhanya zihambe kahle. So she is a great definition of that, a great example of that ukuthi uma ugcina imiyalelo efanele uyenze ugcina nezinto amadlozi wakho athi uzenze, then izinto zakho zihamba kahle endleleni. I'm sure ukuthi vele akhona ama hiccups inyana endleleni, but uyakhona uku-overcome anything mhlawumbe ongafuna ukuyishare ukuthi you've had it bad in your life, ukuthi there's some things ezibad that you wanted to like leave this calling, uyeke yonke into nje ungasayenzi because it was hard. Like, you know, we go through izinto different in life. Did you ever go in that stage where feel ukuthi, you know what, lento iyangihluphekisa kunokuthi ngabe iyangenza izinto ezi-right? Well, obviously before now, because manje against manje right. But was there any stage where you went through and you felt ukuthi, you know what, I don't want to do this, and
My difficult time was at start where I was lied to ngitshelwa ngalo mkhulu onenyoka. And I was like, why did they give me this gift? Because I can never, because they were like, yeah, uzobosebenza ngokubulala abantu wena. The people who come to you will be killing people and your family will also die one by one, which was not true. And I started helping people. I wake up to testimonies and there's no one dying in my family. It was all a lie. But because I was so young, spiritual, I was not woken up. I needed a guider. I ended up giving my ancestors to guide me. Other than that, when I started the journey, the only thing that they take away from me, it's having a normal sleep, because they take away ubuthongo from back then when I was doing my last year in degree. I started not sleeping enough hours.
Yes.
But other than that, I can't say ngiyasola ukuthi why lesipho banginikezile. Other than that, I love my gift. I love helping people. The only challenge that I can say is uzobona izinto umuntu uyaza uzoconsulta. They want you to tell them what they want to hear. Ukuthi umakhelwane ikati lakhe lenzani, but you tell them what you see and what they need to know, not what they wanted to hear. That's the only challenge where I get people who want you to tell them what they want to hear. Umtshela ukuthi ngibona indoda inemali, ngibonani kanti wena awuyiboni lento leyo. Ubona izinto ezibi lezi, umnikeza le solution ukuthi ayozilungisa, but yena ufuna izinto ezinhle kuphela. Fanele umtshele zona.
So abantu mabeza kuwe bazo consulta. What do you give them? You just pray and then angithi mangiya esangomeni ngithola mhlawumbe into yokugeza ini wena uphana ngani?
Ngisebenza nge-workshop that people are raving about. Yeah, ngisebenza nge-workshop namanzi nje. It's either uyaza uyogeza emanzini lapha edamini or uthenga i-wash.
Oh, okay.
I also sell my crystal stones and also my bracelets,
So
which someone will be like, oh wow, I was struggling to conceive and now I've conceived, but does not mean that everybody it will work like that, because the problems are not the same of that person not conceiving.
Ayaphuza amanzi or ugeza ngawo?
Uyageza ngawo. Amanye ayaphuzwa like metsi asidiba.
Oh, okay. Hey, so ngwanyana wa mopedi
ke mopedi movenda ke mix from morago kwa le batho ba bo papa mama ka ba tla banyala mavenda iba mix ba pedi iba mix wana ka mgo.
Yeah. So tell me about Serugaka life, this gift that you have. When are you how Toby? Relationships, how does that work?
It becomes something else, because now my male ancestors, they want to take over.
Yeah.
That person will lose a job and people will be seeing someone driving an AMG. I drive a AMG.
Yeah.
A C43 or something like that, and people be like, oh wow, unemali lo muntu lo kanti hayibo yimi ngithela petrol lapho. Ngisupporta le relationship ngoba lo muntu uvela ayeke umsebenzi nje or umsebenzi uphele nje, because my male ancestors, they are too proud to a point where sometimes it's upsetting, because we want to be spoiled as women. I've been spoiled before ngumlungu, so manje ngithola lo mlungu semanje usocedelwa umsebenzi uyaphela. Asakhona mina ngifanele ngimsupport manje. Abantu bangibona kwi the AMG, they're like, oh, spiritual queen, she's in the AMG kanti yimi ngigcwalisa ama petrol lapho, yimi ngithenga icruiser.
Does it allow you to have my relationships?
They do, and they will chase the person away most of the time. Umkhulu uzoqala idory ukuthi lo muntu ufuna ukwenza sona so before they even do it. Umkhulu make sure uyamxosha lo muntu lo. So it's not an easy journey for abantwana bamadlozi ukuthi babe in the relationship, because the male ancestors, they make sure they always chase the partners away. Even though the grannies are very sweet, they'll be defending the person. But the male ancestors, they tend to try to chase the person away.
So is it something that you can't pray about? Like we pay and you
can.
So that at least I'm sure now you want a relationship.
Abantwana umndeni.
You understand? But now you have to suffer because of this gift that you have. So you are and then
uyakhona ukuyicela, uyakhona ukuyiphathisa, mara amadlozi baphendula ngesikhathi sabo, unfortunately.
Yeah, we sat and we spoke. We got to know about spiritual queen. She had a lot to say, and we are very grateful. Noguti, she came all the way from Pretoria to come and tell us about her journey and what she has gone through and how nice the ancestors are treating her. Thank you very much for tuning in. I did say we are live from Echo Point TV, and this is the call. My name is Tubeli Dunga. Sisi, thank you very much for coming over and telling us your story. And I hope Guti Madloze how going forth and also uthuse batho as you are doing and the wonderful job that you are doing. I hope Guti uNkulunkulu blesses you even more. And one question that I wanted to ask before we close off. So you believe in God and you also use umkhuleko in your things.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. I do pray because even when I say I deliver, it's through amanzi na nomthandazo.
Yeah.
As much as sikhuluma namadlozi wethu siyaphahla, we acknowledge them, but we believe there is a creator that created heaven and earth. There's a creator that created all these trees and everything. There is a higher power. As much as we will not tap into the Bible, who wrote it and whatever, but there is someone who created this heaven and earth. Masithandaza sithi sithandazela lo nkulunkulu lo amadlozi wethu bebembiza. Sibiza lo nkulunkulu abokhokho wethu bebembiza. Ngesivenda sithi ungwali nina nithi umveli ncange umveli sibiza loyo.
Siyabonga. Okay, before we close off, please tell us, tell the listeners ukuthi bangakuthola kanjani on social media handles, whatever that you have, your contact details, so that abantu can be able to comment and also come back to you bazouse ama-services wakho.
My TikTok is Bishop_spiritual queen 2. And my numbers for WhatsApp, can they please just send a WhatsApp, not call, because you find that the calls are coming through in numbers and I'm a very busy person. So it's 071-223-9178. 071-223-9178. It's for WhatsApp.
And you're only on TikTok, Upela, no any other social
I
media?
mostly post on TikTok. My Instagram is private, so yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us, Spiritual Queen. Uhambe kahle ubuyele emuva. Guys, as I did tell you, sibesi nosisi wethu kamnandi sihleli kahle sakhuluma. We got to learn a lot of things. My name is Tubelihle Wakwadunga, and this is Echo Point TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Till the next one. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.